It is indeed my distinct pleasure to welcome you all to the Mauritius Revenue Authority Head Office for this special occasion. Special because we are having the draw ceremony for the 9th edition of the Taxpayer Satisfaction Survey and the first ever e-filing lucky draw. And it makes no coincidence that with the advent of a new team of board members, led by its chairman, Mr. Tej Gajadha, and the arrival of our new Director General, Mr. Rohit Ramnawaz, innovation has taken the lead along a new pathway. Thank you, DG. Thank you very much for this innovative démarche. Both the Taxpayer Satisfaction Survey and the e-filing lucky draw reflect MRA's strong commitment to building a culture of service excellence and partnership with taxpayers. Through the Taxpayer Satisfaction Survey conducted annually since 2017 under the leadership of Mr. Roshan Uri from the Research, Policy and Planning Department, and of course his team, the MRA continues to listen to its stakeholders, assess its performance, and enhance service delivery. Your feedback as taxpayers helps shape a more responsive and efficient tax administration. And this is sustained in practice by Mr. Mamad Uzia, the Director of the Operational Services Department. The e-filing lucky draw, on the other hand, was designed to reward individuals who filed and paid their taxes electronically. Both initiatives symbolize our shared journey towards a smarter, digital, and a more convenient tax environment. To set the tone for this morning's ceremony, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Rohit Ramnawaz, Director General of the MRA, to deliver his keynote address. Mr. Ramnawaz's leadership is positioned to guide the MRA in its mission to remain a modern, efficient, and service-oriented tax administration, truly living up to its motto, partners in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Rohit Ramnawaz, our Director General. Thank you.
It is indeed a great pleasure to have you here with us today. This year's event is particularly special as we are hosting two distinct draws, namely the draw for the 9th edition of the Taxpayer Satisfaction Survey and the very first e-filing lucky draw. This occasion not only marks an important milestone for the MRA, but also underlines our continued commitment to enhance service delivery and strengthen our engagement with taxpayers. Reflecting on our guiding principle that an effective revenue authority is more than just a tax collector, it is a trusted partner in national development, we recognize how this vision has continually shaped our initiatives throughout the years. In line with this commitment, the MRA conducts a taxpayer satisfaction survey every year, with the goal of gathering feedback from taxpayers to enhance our services. I would like to commend the MRA team for their dedication and efforts in ensuring the survey's success. I also thank the taxpayers who participate in the survey. This year, particularly during the e-filing season, the MRA came up with a new initiative known as the e-filing lucky draw. This is an incentive designed to motivate taxpayers for early submission of their individual income tax returns. Promoting early submissions of returns reduces the traditional last-minute rush and improves the overall convenience for taxpayers in fulfilling their civic responsibility. As you all know, the MRA remains unwavering in its commitment to meeting the needs and expectations of taxpayers. Our mission is to provide high-quality services, and since taking office, the new board and myself have consistently urged the MRA staff to keep pursuing this mission with dedication, professionalism, and integrity. Our goal goes far beyond the mere collection of revenue. We strive to promote an environment where taxpayers feel respected, where they feel heard, and where they are valued. Taxpayers are at the crux of our mission and our strategy. Without taxpayers, there would be no tax revenue, and consequently, no MRA or other tax authority. So taxpayers are really the crux of the matter. Today's gathering reflects our commitment to transparency, accountability, and service excellence. At the MRA, we strongly believe that the success of the MRA is built on the trust, support, and cooperation of all our taxpayers. At the heart of this success is the invaluable role of each and every taxpayer in providing feedback, in paying their taxes. Thanks to the contributions and feedback of all these taxpayers, we have made significant strides, particularly in enhancing our digital services. A key achievement has been the growth in providing e-services, which has transformed the way we interact with taxpayers, and the latter transacting with the MRA. As you know, there is no manual filing of tax returns these days. For example, by leveraging technology, we have made it easier, faster, and more convenient for taxpayers to meet their return filing and payment of tax obligations. We have encouraged taxpayers to use our e-appointment system to obviate their need to be physically present at the seat of the MRA or to queue up. Looking ahead, we remain committed to further innovations that will continue to meet the evolving needs of our taxpayers. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to inform you that as of midnight on Wednesday, 15 October 2025, that i.e. the deadline for submission of returns, a total of 308,286 returns have been successfully submitted online, which is approximately 10,000 returns more than last year. So thank you again to all our taxpayers. Let me also elaborate on the impact of the e-filing lucky draw. This is a new draw which was introduced this year to encourage early filing, as we just said. As you may be aware, this year we introduced this draw to incentivize taxpayers to submit their returns by 7th October 2025, i.e. 8 days before the actual deadline for submission of returns. I am pleased to share with you that the number of returns filed on the 6th and the 7th of October 2025, i.e. just before the deadline for the lucky draw, was more than twice the number of returns filed during the corresponding period last year. i.e. we had 22,750 returns on these 2 days as compared to 11,286 during the last year. So clearly there was some motivation for people to file. On a cumulative basis, there were 182,064 returns by the 7th of October, as compared with 149,163 in 2024. This 22% growth is quite likely due to the e-filing lucky draw, which encourages voluntary tax compliance as early as possible. Now, let's focus on the TSS draw. We had 23,748 participants in the 2025 Taxpayer Satisfaction Survey. Ladies and gentlemen, at the MRA, we use the TSS as a feedback mechanism, firstly to gather information about taxpayer preferences, and secondly to enhance future taxpayer experience with the MRA. The feedback we get is used to try to improve our services. This is in line with also the IMF Tax Administration Diagnostic Assessment Tool, commonly known as TADA. The framework is not only obtaining taxpayer feedback on products and services on a regular basis, but also making survey results public, which is why the MRA always publishes the results of the survey. In this context, this year's survey has provided us with key insights, such as 66% of respondents have requested for more information online. We are committed to addressing this issue. 50% of respondents would like to have a more user-friendly MRA website. Again, point noted, I have already given instructions for a further revamping of our website. 76% of respondents claim to use social media regularly to obtain information about taxes as compared to traditional channels such as the MRA website, which is 59%, newspapers 55%, and radio 49%. The MRA is already on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. In light of the taxpayer feedback, we will try to widen and deepen taxpayer information channels on social media. We shall shortly be coming up with short videos on our website, which will be downloadable and you can share, to explain issues in a simpler way, especially on matters which may appear to be technical for the common taxpayer. 58% of our respondents share the view that the most challenging aspect of filing their tax returns was identifying eligible deductions and allowances. It was a confusing year. We had so many different changes in the legislation, but I'm pleased that things seem to have gone down well. MRA will definitely provide additional information and communicate better on any particular aspect of income tax return filing. Ladies and gentlemen, a majority of taxpayers have also expressed positive feedback regarding their interactions with the MRA. Over the past year specifically, 92.1% have indicated that their trust in the MRA has improved over the last year. This, I believe, is a clear reflection of the significant progress we have made in enhancing transparency and fostering greater accountability. According to this feedback again, 98.3% of participants in the survey agree that the MRA e-services portal enables quick tax return submission. 93.9% of the participants agree that the MRA website is well organized and easy to navigate. We reckon there is always good reasons to keep improving. We don't stop at improvement. Improvement never stops at a particular point. 95.4% of participants agreed that the staff they interacted with were helpful and knowledgeable. 96.8% of participants agreed that the MRA effectively protects their personal data. 87.1% of the participants agreed that financial allowances, e.g., CSG income allowance, child allowance, are paid within a reasonable time frame, which I believe reflects our commitment to timely and efficient service delivery. I should add that the MRA was initially designed to act as a collector of revenue, not for payment of social benefits. So I can proudly say that the MRA team, the MRA staff, have responded to the calls from government to try to facilitate these payments. I thank you all those who shared their insights in this year's Taxpayer Satisfaction Survey. The feedback helps us recognize the work we have to do at any time, and also areas where we can improve as we strive for a fair, efficient, and beneficial tax system for all. As we proceed towards the draw, I wish all of you to enjoy the rest of the event, and may luck be on your side during the draws. I thank you for your attention.
Donc, merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Directeur Général, pour vos paroles inspirantes et motivantes et les mesures proactives que vous venez d'énoncer. Votre engagement à promouvoir la qualité du service et à renforcer la relation de confiance entre la MRA et les contribuables mérite d'être chaleureusement salué. Et maintenant, mesdames et messieurs, nous allons passer à la partie tant attendue par tout le monde, les tirages. Les tirages qui détermineront les heureux gagnants du Taxpayer Satisfaction Survey et du e-filing Lucky Draw 2025. Commençons tout d'abord par le Lucky Draw. Et pour cela, permettez-moi d'inviter l'initiateur du projet à bien vouloir procéder au tirage. Vous savez de qui il s'agit. Je vous rappelle que tous les tirages de ce matin se déroulent sous la supervision des officiers de la Gambling Regulatory Authority, comme tous les ans d'ailleurs. Et donc, on vous remercie pour votre présence et votre collaboration. Alors, mesdames et messieurs, qui seront les 5 gagnants de 25 000 roupies chacun? Et on va le savoir. Donc, monsieur le directeur général, à vous l'honneur. Et comme vous le savez, cela se répète tous les ans, depuis 2017, donc il y a 3 prix. Il y a un 3e prix de 10 000 roupies, un 2e prix de 15 000 roupies et un 1er prix de 25 000 roupies. OK? Et bon, ça c'est quand même, comment dirais-je, c'est juste pour motiver nos contribuables à participer. Mais ce qui compte le plus, ce sont leurs commentaires, leurs suggestions. Parce que c'est grâce à leur point de vue, leurs commentaires, comme j'ai dit, leurs suggestions que la MRA parvient à améliorer d'année en année, n'est-ce pas? Donc, ce tirage symbolise l'engagement de la MRA à écouter, à écouter, à comprendre et améliorer constamment la qualité de ses services grâce aux commentaires et suggestions des contribuables. Et puis, bon, pour clore, permettez-moi d'exprimer notre gratitude à tous ceux et celles qui ont contribué à la réussite de cet événement,